Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. I'm Maddox, the show where you decide which problem is bigger so that we can decide which problem is biggest. With me is Dax, and we have the very lovely Whitney Moore. Thank you for coming, Whitney. Whitney, no joke. This is just a little insight, a little trivia about Maddox. Yours truly. I am a huge fan of Whitney's. She starred in one of my favorite movies of all time. It's this movie called Birdemic. It is incredible. It is unbelievable. So, for those who don't know, Birdemic is this movie made by this first-time director. I think he did it on a shoestring budget, like $10,000. Yeah. And every shot has something wrong with it. And the best part of the movie, I think, is the birds that he uses. It's birds who go crazy and attack a small town.
It's for those of you who don't know, it basically looks like someone took a picture of a bird in a magazine and pasted it on a physical TV.
So imagine if you were filming somebody with a camera and you had birds attacking them and you moved the camera, the birds would move with them.
No.
Like it was just a lens that they put on top of. It's unbelievable. So without further ado, let's get to the problems, Dax.
All right.
What do you got with us? What's your problem this week?
I'm gonna break it down to a serious note here on my problem. This is a problem that's very personal to me. Okay. It is other people shitting in your toilet who are not you. Does this ever happen to you?
Someone used my bathroom to take a yeah.
The audacity of these people to shit. I open my home to them. I give them snacks and refreshments, and they repay this by shitting in my favorite appliance? Can you believe this? Why do you have a colon? Just hold it.
A colon.
Dan, stop shitting in my apartment.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, yes. And don't bother turning the faucet on, all right? It's just a faucet. It's not a magical force field that doesn't let me hear you shooting grapefruits out of your ass like a fire hose.
Yeah.
It is gross. Thank you. I'm glad you agree with what I'm saying.
Well, what are you doing? Just like creeping next to your bathroom when people are going to the bathroom? Just leave them some privacy, Dax. Just let people shit in comfort of their own solitude.
What, should I put on headphones?
I just go about your business. Don't worry about me. I'm just in your bathroom, all right? Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Go to your own bathroom.
I think it's rude to ask that someone not shit in your toilet. If you're opening
your
Whitney. House to them, you're opening all your refrigerator, your toilets,
what's
all
next?
Of it.
Do they go into my bedroom and put on all of my clothes and just come out walking around in all of my clothes and shitting in my toilet?
Yes.
How dare
Presumably.
they?
Dax, what if it's an emergency? What if they have, I don't know, say a cocktail at your house and you poured too much of your moonshine?
I
what they're
expect an
drinking?
apology.
I'll leave you an apology in your bowl next time, buddy. Go take a look at it. A real growler.
Do you think that it's like a territory thing? Like how dogs pee everywhere? Humans want to leave their mark.
Oh, did I take it as like an act of aggression?
Yeah.
That somebody...
You should try to fight the next
I should
person.
just pop the next guy. Next time Dan comes over to my apartment and shits in my toilet, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna start hiding the toilet paper as well.
Your toilet paper, I've seen. It looks like you missed when you're going out to the bathroom at night. You know, guys don't like turn on the lights. We'll just like kind of
news to me.
You know, like we'll just listen for water, and if we don't hear it for the first couple seconds, then we'll turn on the lights to make sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Just wear like a little light on your
penis.
Yeah, or that.
One of those, like,
wear a light on your penis.
Because they have those like finger lights for rays.
Yeah.
Wear one of those. Yeah.
Just clip one on. That sounds painful.
Yeah, it cuts off circulation. Big problem.
I'd be offended if someone didn't feel comfortable enough to shit in my house.
Thank you, Whitney.
You're welcome.
Shit all over your toilet.
You can come to my house and shit anytime you want.
Everybody.
It's an invitation.
Right now. Let's go.
Shit in Whitney's apartment. Great. So Whitney, what is your problem this week?
Nerd culture.
Nerd culture.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this comes with a caveat, which is that I've been a part of the culture my entire life, but that has embittered me so much to the culture surrounding nerddom and fandom because, first of all, it's blatant capitalism disguised as nostalgia. It used to be counterculture, but now it's pop culture. When you see like gym bros wearing a Captain America shirt,
I'm looking for it. Sorry, I'm looking for who's got a shirt. Shovel Knight over there.
There's nothing wrong with being a fan of things. There's nothing wrong with comic books. There's nothing wrong with video games. But the culture surrounding it, people like to tout that it's a culture of inclusiveness, but it's not. It's a culture of elitism and blatant sexism and racism. You won't see a female sports announcer or women's athlete getting death threats or rape. At its best, nerd culture is get the fuck out noob, and at its worst, it's I'm gonna come to your house and rape you and kill you and your family.
Or shit in your toilet.
Or, you know what, actually,
According to
shitting in your toilet,
victimized Dax.
references have replaced actual wit and nerd and and humor.
Big Bang Theory,
And
just a bunch of references. Hilarious.
Big Bang Theory is blackface for nerds.
Oh, there it is.
Insulting.
Yeah.
Insulting.
You got a
And,
ding
like,
for that one.
I mean,
Killer line. You know what used to be cool is rock bands, and people were groupies of rock bands. Now we have groupies of nothing, where they're just following around like fictional characters that don't exist, so they kind of have to dress up as them, and then they become fans of each other, and then they're just hanging out at Comic-Con. Next thing you know, you can't even get a drink because a bunch of Venoms are standing in front of you.
fucking Venom. God damn it.
All these fucking Venoms.
Even
Fuck
worse,
out of here. I'm trying to get a gin and tonic.
even worse is being paid and having fans for being a fan. That I will never wrap my head around, and I hate it, and I think that's what's wrong with society.
Dex, is it may be too late to do this, but could we rename her problem nerd culture / jerk-offs? Because that's what these are. They're a bunch of jerk-offs.
Yeah.
I mean, why are you asking me?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No support. Okay, Whitney, great problem. I wholeheartedly agree.
Great rant.
feel like-
Holy shit.
It's been, like I said, I worked at it, so it's been like clawing at my insides for the past 4 years. Just
I could tell.
Yeah.
Just like
like-
that scene in Alien when the
it's
thing
gonna,
claws
it
out.
burst out. It's just burst out.
It's just like
Great
this,
movie.
this cancer. Yeah. My version of that, where I feel is the worst aspect of nerd culture is anime. I like anime, but I hate the culture. I went to one anime con, and I've been to Comic-Con for years and years, and it's pretty nerdy, but anime con's a different level. I felt like I had nothing in common with these losers. I came in with my awesome Tekka Man costume that I made. I spent an hour.
Jesus Christ, not the Tekka Man again.
Dude, why is everyone shit on my Tekka Man costume? I made it out of a Whole
looks
Foods
like
bag.
Garbage Man.
Sounds rad.
It is rad.
I usually just wear garbage.
Yeah, it was
so-
just garbage. Anyway, fuck nerd culture. Good
Right.
problem. Dax, no. I've got the real biggest problem in the universe this week. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Ethnic cleansing.
Oh, come on.
You. Shut up.
What do you mean, shut up?
Shut the hell up.
Fuck you.
Ethnic cleansing.
With you bullshit ass. Oh, I'm sorry. I brought in a real problem for once.
We'll see.
Yeah? We'll see. We will see. Because, guys, when you're voting for these problems, I want you to remember, take into consideration whether or not people shitting in your toilet.
You don't even bother to give a defense of it. You just immediately start politicking.
No.
What is that?
No,
Guys,
I
when
just
you're
want-
voting,
Yeah.
remember this.
Yeah, consider people shitting in your toilet who's not you, nerd culture, or ethnic cleansing. Okay?
It's not so bad.
Yeah. Oh, no. Whoa. Oh, hey. It's one of those interviews. Well, first of all, it's unproductive, right?
Okay.
That's first.
Hey, you kill everyone who's not you. Who are you going to mate with? Yourself? Huh? And that just creates inbreeding that passes down genetic defects generation after generation after generation. Next thing you know, you're the British. Pale skin and crappy teeth. Hey, it's true. Read a history anything. A history pamphlet even. That's all they do.
History scroll.
So Hitler tried to do this, right? He tried to create
Really?
the master race. Hitler actually tried to do this. He tried to create a master race. You may have heard of it.
Called World War II.
Yeah, World War II, yes. And his master race was called whites. He tried to do this, although in his own family, 4 out of 5 of his siblings died. You could say that Hitler was ethnically cleansing his own gene pool. which,
I suppose you could say that.
why am I getting no support for this? Is this not a problem? Okay, ethnic mixing has produced Jessica Alba, Halle Berry. Ethnic cleansing has produced Prince Charles.
Oh, okay, now you got it.
And then there's millions of dead people. Big mass graves. Where are you going to park your cars if there are mass graves everywhere? Where are you going to park your cars? What, are you going to go to the mall? It's going to be haunted as shit.
That's a good point.
It's like a mall poltergeist.
Yeah.
That sounds like a cool premise.
I do all my shopping online, though.
Those Amazon warehouses are huge. They could be building those on mass graves. Better check your hard drive, buddy. Sure, the FBI would like to take a look, too.
Yeah.
So, no support from you guys.
Well, okay.
Joker 1 and Joker 2, nothing.
Ethnic cleansing is mass murder for the benefit of your own race. Couldn't you say that that is a little bit like nerd culture?
Oh my God, no!
That's true. That's true. You remember when Alderaan was destroyed? How many ethnicities were wiped out? Probably a lot.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response. This is insane.
Or the video games Siphon Filter. I
Yeah.
think that the plot of that game, they had a virus that would like take out some ethnicities. I think I remember that game.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Well, because we're American, we think about things that apply to us. So there's not a lot of ethnic cleansing really going on in the States or here in California. But nerd culture is taking down society.
Yeah. Oh my God, Whitney. You know, speak for yourself. Go to Glendale. There are a few 100,000 Armenians who'd like to have a word with you.
They came to California for refuge from the ethnic cleansing.
And the weather.
And the weather. So really, we're doing it right. That's not a problem here in LA.
You
But
can just escape ethnic cleansing. You can't escape nerd culture. I
No.
see what you're
Oh
saying.
my God.
can't.
That's duh.
You can escape nerd culture. And okay, what's the worst thing that could happen to you with nerd culture?
Rape or death.
Oh, okay. That's not.
You're a woman.
That's not a. Okay, you know, I know how the voting's gonna go down. This whole shit. And I already warned the audience before the show that I'm gonna be disappointed in each of them individually and all of them as a group.
Yeah.
And
History
everyone.
will
You
judge.
can't guilt them into your votes.
I don't have to. There's millions of dead people who could guilt you. And they're gonna haunt the shit out of all of you, okay? We might even be on a mass grave. I don't know.
So now you're threatening them with ghosts.
Well, we start there. Anyway, guys, that's my problem. Ethnic cleansing.
I think
So-
it all ties together.
Well, it doesn't. But let's let the audience decide. Everyone, pull out your tablets and smartphones and whatever else you got to vote on. Maybe laptops. I don't know. Vote on these problems, and we're going to see the results in real time and see if you guys have what it takes to do the right decision. Well, the results are in, and we're going to see who got the biggest problem in the universe this week.
Come on, baby.
Fucking bullshit! Okay, fuck all you all! Calling bullshit, shenanigans, bullshit, shenanigans, bullshit.
I am
Oh,
dumbfounded.
God. I would like to accept this award on behalf of all toilets of mine that have been defiled over the years.
That you don't get that. That's just my cup. You know, take that shirt off. That's my property. Take everything. Take all your clothes off.
Yeah, it's not fun when someone else is screwing around in your property, is it?
No. Fuck this show. I'm done. This is it. I'm canceling the podcast. I'm canceling my website. I'm canceling everything.
Cleanse it.
All right, guys. That's it for this episode. Thank you very much to Whitney Moore for being our guest. And there's Dax. And then tune in next time. We've got a lot more to come. The biggest problem in the universe. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm gonna go take a shit in someone else's toilet.
Great.